Was any of that usable, or did it all suck donkey balls? Hey guys. Okay, I'm going to forget to say this at the end, so I'm going to say it now. Please subscribe to my various and assorted forums. Not because you have to, but because you want to, because you're watching this. And I do need to make some money at some point in my life, so it'd be sooner than later is better. So if you subscribe to Spotify or YouTube or any of that, or all of that, that would be great. And it doesn't cost anything for anybody that's my age or older that thinks it costs money to subscribe to different things on YouTube and Spotify. It does not cost anything. And today, there's another totally free and absolutely excellent episode of I've Always Been This Way. Okay. Y'all see what my hair looks like right now? There's a fucking reason for it, and you're going to hear about it right now. Okay. So, I'm looking for some new pieces of furniture for our house. And I'm kind of a cheap fuck. Not cheap, but I want to get the absolute best deal that I can on everything that I get. I think that makes me pretty intelligent. But it can also make me absolutely nuts. So, I've been becoming like obsessed over this one coffee table that I was looking for. Like I wanted this gigantic coffee table and I couldn't find it, and then I would find it on the internet and it was like $4,000, and that's like tummy tuck money. I cannot be wasting a whole bunch of cash on stuff that's not important. Okay? So I don't really want to spend that kind of money on a coffee table. That's just ridiculous. So I decided it would be an excellent idea to go to this place in Atlanta. I think it was in Atlanta. Yeah. Called The Dump. So, I don't know. They probably have them all over the place. I don't fucking know. I think it's not a chain or whatever they call it. It's got a whole bunch of stores and shit. Whatever. So, okay. So, Reagan, my oldest daughter, and I, she decides to tag along with me to make sure I don't buy hideous pieces of furniture. So for that, I'm grateful. And so we get in the car. It's sunny outside. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's perfect. So we drive there, and it's like kind of an obscure location. So we get back there, and as we're approaching there, thank God our doors are locked, because I'm not sure if it was, homeless people, which I hope not. I don't think so. Could be the crackheads, could have been like those day workers that sometimes wait under the trees at Home Depot, for people to pick them up to work for the day. I don't know, but it's some sketchy as fuck shit going on, okay? I don't know. So this is our first impression of the dump, besides the fact the parking lot is completely empty, except for like 4 cars. And I'm like, maybe it's not open yet. I don't know. So we drive to the front because I didn't really want to get out of the car, but I didn't have to. So we get to the front and the store's open. So I'm like, Reagan, we got to get a place, parking spot right in the front. But good thing there were only 3 other people there, so it's not a problem. So we get into this place, and I'm like, trying to be cool. Like, I don't always like either spaces that are too big or spaces that are too small. And Maybe I just don't like spaces that I don't like. I don't know what the fuck. But like, it's a little overwhelming to go into a store like that. So we're in the store, the salesman comes up, very nice guy, blah, blah, blah. So I'm walking around and Reagan's starting to get hungry, which means she's starting to be a little cunt. And yes, guys, I am talking about my own daughter, the little hungry cunt. The little hungry cunt that couldn't anymore. So I had to take her to get food. She was being annoying. Hold on. So we're walking around the store and him going back and forth, and I'm sitting in furniture, and I don't know if anybody out there like appreciates like nice leather furniture and stuff. But I was sitting down on this one piece that was a really good price, and I was like rubbing the armrest and Reagan says, "Mom, sit there much longer, you're gonna need a baby wipe." She was not wrong. That chair and I were getting ready to have a love affair that was going to last forever. But they didn't have a matching one. And what can I do with just one fucking nice chair? Like, if I get 2 chairs, Michael will think I love him. If I only get 1 chair for me and like make him sit on some old raggedy chair, he ain't going to be happy about that. No. I had to say goodbye to the chair that I loved. Anyway, so I did like the sales guy though. I mean, I don't know how good a salesman he is, but he was just like mildly stalkerish, you know? Kind of like he was always about, fuck. I have no sense of direction, and I also don't know how far things away are or anything. But he was always within shouting distance of us. So close enough, but not too close that like if we farted, he would be able to smell it. But we didn't fart. But if we did, I don't want him that close to me. Like, you need to have some anonymity in a furniture store, okay? So we're walking around. I find this table I like, and then I find this big ass coffee table I like. I'm like, oh, do I really want to spend that money? But I swear, that coffee table talked to me. It said, if you don't take me home, you're a dumb bitch. So, I mean, I want to be a smart bitch. I don't want to be a dumb bitch. That coffee table talked me into buying her. And I'm very happy that I did, because it's a very pretty coffee table. And this whole episode's fucking stupid. Talking about furniture or whatever. But this is just the shit that happened to me today. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay. So I buy the table and I buy the coffee table, and we check out. And that's a little tiny bit of a clusterfuck, but not real bad. And so as I'm checking out, like the salesman and the cashier, they're like, well, they'll, get your stuff wrapped and loaded, whatever. I said, okay. So, gave him my cash and got to try to get the fuck out of there. And I'm in the warehouse, and nobody's in there. I don't see anybody. Like, I don't really know what to say without making them sound bad. They were very nice people that did not know what was going on. And that was completely the fault of that place. They did not train these people at all to do anything. It was embarrassing for the dump. But you know what's excellent about the dump? They're such fucking geniuses. Like, when you sign all that paperwork, when you leave, basically you offer your firstborn child and a bunch of other shit. But they also say all sales are final. So, you go in there and the place is, nice, and the furniture's nice, and some of it's shitty. But you know what I mean? You don't have to buy that kind. But, so, get out to the warehouse. There's nobody in there. And then I think I blacked out for a little bit. because I feel like it's not fucking possible that it took an hour to get our furniture. There's three, well, it ended up being 3 pieces, little, not, but not big stuff. One big table and 2 other things. They told us it was going to take 15 minutes at most. I blacked out because when I came to, I'd been still waiting an hour and I had a fucking thing in the truck. But anyway, so right before they start loading the truck up, and they never finished, by the way. That's for something later. They loaded the truck up, and, or no, they were going to load the truck up, excuse me. And the first drop ring goes plop, plop on the thing, windshield, the thingy, whatever. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Then the sky turns black, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So we went in there. It was like this great, sunny, beautiful day, and then the warehouse debacle, like, literally turned the sky to darkness, and it poured down rain on us the entire way home, and hailed on us also. It was not good. It was not good. But would I get that furniture again? Yes. But I say that took me a second. But on the way home, okay, I'm going to be jumping all over the place because that's the way I am. On the way home, Reagan and I were getting ready to get on the interstate. We can't see out of the back of the truck at all. And the tailgate's down, so that rear view camera, excuse me, is completely out. So I'm not exactly Helen Keller behind the wheel, but I mean, it wasn't exactly far off. But anyway, so I said, Reagan, can you make sure that the furniture's still in the back of the truck? Because I don't know, we could have hit a bump and could have fallen out, because Reagan used her sailing camp knot skills from when she was 10 to tie the furniture into the truck, because they'll load it up for you, but they won't tie it in. So let that sink in. Anyway, so Reagan can't see, so she decides as we're approaching I-85 that it's a good idea to stand up on the seat, look out of the sunroof, and make sure the furniture's there. So it was, and don't worry guys, we were at a red light. I was not moving the car when Reagan's whole body was out of the sunroof. She's fine, everything's fine. On the way home, the sky was black, it was hailing, it was like holy hell. Okay? But I'm here to say, we're home, we're alive. My day didn't start off real sane, so now it's even shakier, but I'm going to love the fuck out of that coffee table though. Every time I look at that coffee table, I'm going to say, bitch, do you know what I went through to get you? It's kind of like what I tell my daughters every time they're assholes. Bitches, do you know what I did so I could have you? Kind of the same thing, that coffee table better appreciate me, because I brought her home to a nice, loving, peaceful, sane, well, maybe not so sane, environment. And it's a pretty cool table, but was it worth the savings and my sanity? Ask me tomorrow. But the answer is probably going to be yes. So, on that note, this is not, oh, just so y'all know, I would go back to the dump. I totally would. I would go back there for sure, because I did think it was like, had some shitty prices, but a lot of good prices. What you definitely need to do when you go to the dump, though, is bring like 2 very strong men that can go in the warehouse and retrieve your stuff and put it in your vehicle. And then unload it when you get home. But I guess that's what the delivery guys would have been for, but I'd prefer to like bring my own help next time. Of course, Reagan was very helpful. So, on that note, Y'all have a good fucking night, good fucking day, whatever time you listen to this dumb shit. And, you know, I'm thinking about it. And I always have been this fucking way. And, I mean, if I do say so myself, like, being me is not that fucking bad. So, I'm doing alright. Y'all have a good one. Bye. Reagan, I'm out.